at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a man drafted in the 3rd round in 2019 from West Virginia. It's Will Grier. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Grier. And this one caught by Max Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
On 2nd down, it's Reeves. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 44. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Grier to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
60 outlaw. Get that quarterback.
On 2nd down now, it's Reeves. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad, but his footwork, always with that, and that's something he's done here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion with just the marker. They'll run for time with Tevin Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk. Came right back in the ball. Looks like they got the defense.
And the Raiders have got him. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Williams now to throw on 2nd down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Williams off play action. And that is incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead, and the football is 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Reeves. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 60 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive to talk to before the game, because you told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they see.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's King. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the Tridix 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Williams. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. This offense has talent, and certainly Keenan Allen, he has a lot of talent.
And he plays so hard each and every week. Who demands the football.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Here's Williams to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety. So either way you decide offense, you've got to be.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 34.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready up.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Greer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards on the play. And a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Greer looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Greer on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he takes it down almost all the way and to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32. Getting the sense they're going to put a big afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to have to put his down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
3rd and long here. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Williams throwing on 1st down. Complete to Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. To throw on 2nd down. Williams. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Give him 4 on the carry. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, fun. 2nd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop it.
It's Coleman here, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown this season. Chargers have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, and oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the running backfield as he gears up to go again. It's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to him anymore, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's why you spend a first-round pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Greer. Man open left side is Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Greer. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. So from Charger territory, now here's a first and at the 41. Play action. It's Greer. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to throw him here.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Chargers getting set to go. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the was for him?
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get those penalty yards back with a 12.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. I wish they would have now. Williams now. Off the play fake. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They have 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Greer on first down. Man open left side. It's Will. And a full yard shy of the yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Greer looking at it, and he's got a man. That's Brown. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on Greer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So the failure to connect on down, that leaves him up here at a 8. Here's Greer. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
On first down, Reeves. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Greer. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there on a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Walton. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Reeves. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to those. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that. Able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming up 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit things going in mid-area. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He may try and run for this. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now it's Greer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Greer on the move to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal on now to try to get for halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the lead now 5, 11-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to, and we still win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second down, Jacob. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain should they have.
I thought that running situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to cushion.
So many times we need good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reeves. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Reeves. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So that'll back them up 5. They'll start penalties, certainly not their cause here. 2nd down and long. Greer sets to throw. Flush to his right. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. 2 drives just wound up going.
You know how in baseball, he gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer from all the work he's getting.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They will run out of with Jacobs. And hit in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
We got 4. We got 4.
2nd and 12.
Again, it's Jacob. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Put a premium in that, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football. Quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with backers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to throw. Williams. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, San Diego.
53.
The Chargers will line up for the...
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards to the 27-yard. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime. Adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
6 yards the pickup and first down. First down, Greer.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So line of scrimmage, 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Greer. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a foul. Greer now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Greer. And he's corralled, but not before get inside the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, it's Greer. Over the lead. That's Patterson. Again there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Greer throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Greer in the offense with a 10. 6 of 7 now on this drive. Back to throw. Greer. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Greer. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And it's caught. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. They're into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Come the Chargers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change? They've got to be confident about presenting and can do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense. Knock the ball away.
And they get, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 10. So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Coleman. Room to run past midfield. Cuts it. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Here's Badgley now to try to PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away and O's. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't knock out and blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. Nothing else. They just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't feel like they've handled the offense.
Looking to throw. Greer, he'll buy some time right. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Greer. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that. We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got by.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Greer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Charger offense making their way back out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This they're going to have to work for.
But with that life that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another night through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now here's a pass on first down that's not and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 7. Despite they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were.
He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Badgley on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist scheme anymore. I just cut it, right? So you've got to create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Greer. Throw left side complete. And he's going to get way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. A good pickup there, 8 yards down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Greer looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pat. And he gets to the edge of the red, the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet. Take your time either.
You want to commit to minute offense. You have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one that an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That they'll not just cover with their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The 2nd and goal is a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Greer. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now Greer on 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you down, but it sure took you a long.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use their timeouts. They have this one in hand.
Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Sometimes when you get this screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. So the Raiders now down on the scoreboard. A minute alone. They need a the PAT to tie it as they come up first and 10. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
This will be caught once again by Brown. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The previous play is under review.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Greer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second goal. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. Greer. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth goal. On fourth down, Greer. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. Charger defense tall, and they get the football back. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap.